Hello, people, it's Poet, and we're back in Thoughtful Urban Goat. Now, when we left off, I was in a version that I thought was the latest version, but it's actually not. You can see if I move my screen down, you can see right in the very top left it says Alpha 063, but in actuality this is inDev 070. And the difference is you can see right away that the terrain is completely different, and we've got this giant mountain peak in the distance. Now, I've tried to play this now 5 times, I think, and I've crashed again and again and again because it is the development version. I understand it'll crash. So I'm going to make this an extraordinarily short video. But just kind of to show you guys the updates in what you can do and how you do it. I guess if I'm going to make this short video, I don't really need to gather too much. However, I still will because I got to do something. But let's get it started. Let's go through the difference. The difference between the old version and this one is the land generation. It's much more smooth, and I say that, of course, looking at this, the way that this looks, the way that the land is chiseled in like that, the way that the textures look specifically more than anything. Very detailed. Of course, the big mountain is a giveaway of how the texture changes. The biomes blend in much better. Like if this was biome over there with the greenish grass and then blends into this mountainous prairie plains biome, it's seamless, and I love that. The only thing that I kind of don't like is that you can still see, if I were to stare at the grass like this, you can very easily see the pattern in the grass like you can in a lot of games. That is one of the hardest things for a texture developer to fix, to get around, is seeing the slightly lighter color lines in it, or the pattern that you can see. I know that a lot of games, they randomize the textures to make it look a little bit more natural, but you know what? It's a learning process. It's a development process. I'm sure they'll fix it in the future. The Predator is in this version and in the last version. The development version here and in the last one. Of course, goats are in both. And I did see a Predator in one of the versions that I played, but I'm not going to explore too far because, like I said, I've been crashing, and I just want to get the recording done. And then maybe I'll make another episode in the future, just kind of playing around again. But I just want to get this done. Please, please don't crash. And it's crashed for a whole bunch of different reasons, like because I tried to pick up an apple, because I tried to drop pumpkin seeds, because I was walking towards the sun. It even crashed while I tried to delete one of my saves. So it's really not stable, the inDev version. But that's something, of course, when you download a beta version or an pre-alpha, what would you call an inDev alpha? It's not pre-alpha. You guys know what I mean. When you download anything like that, it's expected that there will be some bugs. So I won't explore too much. But it is exciting. Just because of this terrain generation is what I really wanted to show you guys. Let's see what I look like. Oh, I'm a girl, I think. Either that or I'm Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Blonde-haired, I don't know what that hairstyle's called. But that bloom in my eyes, doe. That lightness. I have glowing eyes. Beware. Can we chop down a Christmas tree? Is that something we can do? If I had a stick, I would test that theory. If I had a stick. I still have not looked at all at what to do with these arcane workbenches, or the ancient wood table, ancient stone table they also have. I have not looked at what you can do with them. Kind of cool that they both spawn beside each other like that. I will eventually get into that. I heard that they're doing something to do with metallurgy, I think? The odd time I look at their development notes of what they're working on, but just briefly, usually. So I think that they're working on things like that. The crafting is about to get, like, extraordinary, in other words. But, like, this is pretty amazing. Just what you see in front of you here is pretty amazing. The fact that we have this kind of structure in front of us now, very cool. And we do have predators somewhere. We do. And I would like to kind of walk around. It would be nice. I mean, the predator's a good start. I can't wait until we see other creatures start to enter the world, and to the point where you could go into a world and you would see enemies in the distance, group of enemies that you'd have to like gather up some resources pretty quick and then go out and take them on, or naturally generating, as funny as that sounds, it's kind of it's not a real truth there, naturally generating towns. Towns that would spawn naturally is what I mean in the world, that you could explore and maybe trade with people and do all that. I'm, of course, thinking way into the distant future. But I know that since the Yogscast, of course, have taken over this project, not taken, that's the wrong wording. Since the Yogscast has partnered with this project, and I think they will have some kind of creative input, I do believe that you will see an RPG element into the game a little bit more than you've seen in the past, because, of course, the Yogscast was known for their Israfel series in the far distant past. I think that's the only thing that I've really watched of them before, but they're known for the RPG element, and so you will see some RPG elements in this game, I'm pretty sure. And I mean, you do see the RPG elements right now, of course, but I'm talking like the more supernatural. You might see zombies walking the land. You might see witches or wizards or, you know, that kind of thing, as opposed to just natural prey and predators like the goats and the they have these like Smilodon saber cat type panther, lion, whatever you call them. You'll see more of the magical, which is something that I look forward to seeing. Look at this. This is pretty cool. As the sun sets, you can see the light hitting the sloping land differently, and that, to me, they've got their lighting pretty awesome. Now, I think that I have it on the best shadows. At least I did before the game crashed, so I don't know if it reset it, but I still can't see my own shadow. And when I look down, I can't see my feet. No! I am actually just a floating head until I hit this button and see that I am a person. I am a real girl, boy. I am. They can't take that away from me. So you can kind of see just the transition from this biome to this one. It's getting a little bit dark, but you can still see it in the moonlight. Just how seamless that was. Look at that. That looks pretty cool in the fog like that. I wish you could walk up and it would still be fog, because that would be pretty cool. But oh, look at this! Look at this! You can barely see it. Oh, if I had a stick. Oh, here's a stick. Yes. Grab this. I'm gonna quickly place this down. Place this down. Oh yeah, and this. I almost forgot how to make a torch. There we go. If I grab this and then hold this, you can see the wheat that I'm walking up to. Just one little tiny thing I want to show you guys is just how it pushes out of your way when you walk up to it. That to me is just so cool. I know that's mechanic's been in the game since like the beginning, but I just can't get over it sometimes. I wish that things like fire spread would work too. This is just an episode of my wish list. I wish that you could like place this torch down, and then this entire wheat field would like catch fire. You could set it on fire by like touching it like that, and the whole wheat field would set on fire. In the future. We are still in alpha, of course. And I say we because we're of course in this together. People who play this, the developers themselves, we go hand in hand, I think. Look at this spooky looking. I mean, if we saw a predator now, it would be great. If the game just cuts randomly, probably crashed again, but I'm not going to end it this time, whether it crashes or not. It's been good so far. It's been good so far. So I'm not going to stop, but just pre-warning, if the ending is kind of abrupt, you will know why. And I apologize ahead of time. But I'm not going to stop walking basically until that happens, or until we find a predator, or until I'm just done chatting. But I just can't get over the way that these biomes and stuff look now. It's just really cool. Is that a goat? Yeah, that's a goat. Not a predator. I am not worried yet. It would be nice if they were a little bit more abundant. Although, I mean, with that said, a predator being abundant is not really a good thing, because then you really have a very hard time trying to just do basic survival. Gather up your stuff. A predator is something that you should have to kind of do a little bit of searching for, I think.